Welcome dear children. Today we are discussing combination of errors. Combination of errors means how the errors combine when we express a physical quantity as the sum or difference or a product or a quotient of other physical quantities which are measurable. For example, we want to find the perimeter of a rectangle. You know the expression is 2 into L plus B. So to get the perimeter, first you need to find or measure length and breadth. So you'll have the error in length and error in breadth. So when you add length and breadth, what to do with the errors in length and breadth? That's what we are discussing under combination of errors. So to do with that, we have certain rules. So we will discuss the rules, that way we will do this topic. So first case we are assuming, that is, we have the physical quantity expressed as the sum or difference of other physical quantities. For example, we are considering two physical quantities A and B, and the measured values are A plus or minus delta A and B plus or minus delta B. Okay, where delta A and delta B are the errors in which errors? Absolute errors in A and B. Okay, so what will be the error in a physical quantity Z, where Z equal to A plus B? You need not pay attention to the steps which are given there. We will not go for the steps. We will only learn that rule. So what is that rule? The maximum error in delta Z, or maximum error delta Z, is delta A plus delta B. Or the rule goes like this: when the two quantities are added or subtracted, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of absolute errors in the individual quantities. So even if the quantity, the third quantity is A plus B or A minus B, the absolute errors, they get added. The absolute errors will be the sum of absolute errors in the individual measurement. So that is the rule. Now coming to the second case, that is when a physical quantity is expressed as the error, that means a product or a quotient. So we can have the situation like Z equal to AB or Z equal to A by B. So in this case, we'll go to the rule. So what is the rule? The rule says that when the two quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of relative errors in the multipliers. That means if Z equal to AB or A by B, then it's not delta Z we are speaking about. We are speaking about the relative error in Z. That is, delta Z by Z is equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B. The rule is the same whether Z equal to AB or A by B. In both product and quotient, the relative error will be equal to the sum of relative errors in the individual measurement. So that is the rule. Now coming to the third rule, that is when a physical quantity is expressed as a power of a measured quantity. For example, we are writing Z equal to A square. So when you have Z equal to A square, delta Z by Z will be equal to 2 into delta A by A. Or generally we say relative error in a physical quantity raised to the power K is the K times the relative error in the individual quantity. So the thing is this: if we write a physical quantity as Z equal to A raised to K, then delta Z by Z will be equal to K into delta A by A. That's what the rule says. So in here also some example is given. Z equal to A raised to P, B raised to Q by C raised to R. So what will be delta Z by Z? Delta Z by Z will be, see, relative error in A raised to P plus relative error in B raised to Q plus relative error in C raised to R. So it becomes P into delta A by A plus Q into delta B by B plus R into delta C by C. So both the rules are being applied there. That means product quotient and this power. So that way we have to solve it. Now we will discuss one or two simple questions. First we will discuss this 211 itself. Find the relative error in Z if Z is equal to A raised to 4, B raised to 1 by 3, C, D raised to 3 by 2. Okay. So what will be the relative error in Z? Relative error in Z is equal to relative error in A raised to 4 plus relative error in B raised to 1 by 3 plus relative error in C plus relative error in D raised to 3 by 2. So it will be what? 4 into delta A by A plus 1 by 3 into delta B by B plus delta C by C plus 3 by 2 into delta D by D. Very simple example it was. Now we'll go back to 2.9. 2.10 we are not doing now. 2.9 we will do. The resistance R equal to V by I, where V is equal to 100 plus or minus 5 volt and I is equal to 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. Find the percentage error in R. So in this question, V is given as 100 plus or minus 5 volt. So the true value in V is 100 and the absolute error is 5. And I is 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. So here the absolute error is 0.2 and the measured or the true value is 10. You are asked to find the percentage error in R. Only that is asked. So you can extend that rule. We stated the rule in terms of relative error. So as per this equation, relative error in R will be equal to relative error in V, that means voltage, plus relative error in I, that is current. Okay. So relative error is the same as what? Percentage error, because simply multiplying relative error with 100 will give you the percentage error. So it's very easy to state in terms of percentage error. So percentage error in R is equal to percentage error in V plus percentage error in I. Now what is percentage error in V? Its relative error into 100. What is its relative error? Absolute error by true value. That means 5 by 100. 5 by 100 into 100 to convert it into percentage. Likewise, 0.2 by 10. So 0.2 by 10 into 100. So we'll have 5 plus 2 equal to 7 percentage. Now we will discuss example 2.8. The temperatures of two bodies measured by a thermometer are T1 equal to 20 degrees Celsius plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius and T2 equal to 50 degrees Celsius plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. Calculate the temperature difference and the error therein. So in this case, the question is to find the temperature difference. So you know T2 is greater than T1. So temperature difference is T2 minus T1. So how to deal with? It's very easy to do with true values. 50 minus 20, you will have 30 degrees Celsius. But what to do with errors? Is it 0.5 minus 0.5? No. See, here you are finding the difference, but what to do with absolute errors? You have to add them. So, when finding the difference, you are adding the two errors, that is 0.5 plus 0.5, that is 1. So, the result becomes 30 degrees Celsius plus 1 degree Celsius. So, only this much for today. Thank you.